Hello all you infidels, kuffar and Muslims out there. Also a big hello to you loony left-wing liberal gobshites out there who basically undermine national security and appease anything that is actually intolerant of our way of life and our beliefs. So anyway, moving on, I'm going to just talk to you about today about someone whose channel's name is Islam is a Disease. Now, I met this person briefly. I've made one comment on their channel because they offered me a friend invite, and as you can clearly see here, there it is. I accepted his friend invite. So we'll have a look at his channel, and there it is. I mean, you can quite clearly see there Wafa Sultan in the background, and also a mockery of a jihadist nut job as well. So if I just go to see all comments on his page, and I'll go down, have a look at page 2. Can't remember if it was on this page or not. It isn't, but it'll be on the next page, but I do need to point this out to you. If we see here, Sumaya 898, she says, at least thanks for accepting my invite. I hope we can have some discussions. I want to prove to you that Muslims are friendly and normal. Salam. So obviously, whether it be a friend or some kind, you know, it seems to be quite a friendly discussion between the two of them at the moment. Probably might be in PMs, I don't know. But his response above that is, Salam sister, may God duplicate Muslims like yourself. This doesn't seem to be the attitude of someone who absolutely hates all Muslims. I don't know. I mean, I'm just taking this at face value, obviously. But it does seem that, you know, he's quite tolerant of people, to be honest. He might not like the jihadist nut jobs, obviously. He might not like Islam, because he does claim to be an ex-Muslim. Okay. So anyway, let's just go down to the next page, which is page 3, and there we are. That's my comment to him there. Happy to accept your invite, mate. Infidels unite. That was on August the 19th. So now we've got a context for the debate that's due to follow. Now, if we go back to page 2, and this Sumaya 898, go to her channel. And here we have it. I'll have to adjust the camera angle ever so slightly so we can get all of the comments in. And we'll go down here. She's got friends like Ramesay and all the rest. I mean, obviously you can't blame someone for being friends with someone else just on the basis that it's Islam that they have in common, because I mean, Ramesay is just an absolute nut job. Hardly worth a debate, but I know I've done enough. I've given her far too much publicity already. I don't need to give her any more. Right, if I go on to her see all comments. Right, and I'll just adjust the camera angle again so we can see everything. Now, on page 2, we have this person here, WakeTheFuckUpSheep, and on August the 20th, 2008, he says, or she says, hey there, I saw your comment to Islam is a disease and I thought I'd send you this quick message. Unlike yourself, this guy was never a Muslim. While this may not be obvious to some people right away, you'll soon see that this guy is a fake. I've seen channels like his before. It is typical Jewish propaganda that is trying to suck good Muslims like you into listening to his bullshit slander of Islam and then debate him on it. Beware, my friend, the Jews are the ones who are trying to pit good Muslims against good Christians. I am neither. I respect everyone's beliefs and I do not impose mine on anyone. However, some people, like Islam is a disease, are here to create strife amongst others. He is not your friend. Right, that couldn't be any clearer. So, Now we've got a bit of background, now we've got a context as to the following debate, if you want to call it as such, is, hey presto, Wake the Fuck Up Sheep on August the 20th, 2008. And he or she says exactly the same thing, only a couple of things taken out of it, to be honest, because obviously I'm not saying I'm a Muslim, so, you know, comment is ever so slightly different, only a couple of words missing from it. But he says or she says, hey there, I saw your comment to Islam is a disease and I thought I'd send you this quick message. Believe me, this guy was never a Muslim. While this may not be obvious to you now, you'll soon see that this guy is a fake. I have seen channels like his before. He's a typical Jewish propaganda. It is typical Jewish propaganda, that is trying to suck good people into listening to his bullshit slander of Islam and either join him in it or debate him on it. Beware, my friend, the Jews are the ones who are trying to pit good Muslims against good Christians. I am neither. I respect everyone's beliefs, I do not impose mine on anyone. However, some people, like Islam is a disease, are here to create strife amongst others. He is not your friend. Right, like I say, almost exactly the same comments that he's posted on mine and her channel on the same day. So here's my response. Wake the fuck up, sheep. Let me just say that if Islam is a disease, was never a Muslim, what he or she claims to have been, it is somewhat of an irrelevance. The simple fact is that there are many fake accounts on YouTube, Muslim, Jewish, Christian, etc., etc., claiming to be something that they are not. It is unfortunate, but it is a reality. Now, unless you have irrefutable proof to substantiate your claim, your words will mean nothing at all, as the onus is on you to provide evidence. Anyone can slander. It's very easy. Much harder to prove. When I accept a friend request here on YouTube, it is due to the fact that I have to accept them at face value. It is impossible to vet people's motives. I'm sure neither of us are mind readers. If you are going to attack someone on YouTube, do so on what they have said. Refute their points and make a mockery of their intellectual incapabilities, as this is the only way of exposing their methods. Truth prevails over falsehood and deceit. You talk of typical Jewish propaganda that is trying to suck good people into listening to his bullshit slander of Islam, and you also say the Jews are the ones who are trying to pit good Muslims against good Christians. So I say, if what he or she talks of is bullshit, then prove him or her wrong. It is not hard to refute lies, because reason, logic and facts will do that for you. Believe me, it's not that hard. From what you have said, I could make the assumption that you have issues with Jews, as you have failed to mention that other religious folk, such as Muslims, do exactly the same. Of course, I reserve judgment on you, as I don't know you or your motives. I also go on to say, here, I'm intrigued as to what examples you could give me that would define bullshit slander of Islam. I'd be very happy to debate you on this subject if you wish, in order to substantiate your claim and prove your point. Regards. Right, so now we need to move on to the next page. Right. Oh, must be a bit further up to the top. Yes, it is. Right then, here we go. Look man, it's pretty obvious, this is what he says, look man, it's pretty obvious that you spend a great deal of time on YouTube debating people on religious topics. I really don't care to engage anyone in what I surmise to be a complete waste of time. Believe what you will, but you should realise by now that nothing you say to anyone who is devoted to their religion as much as you seem to be devoted to yours is going to change their religious views or beliefs based on what someone of a different religion says to them, whether it be fact or fiction. He also goes on to say here, I mean, it's possible that someone would... Is it possible that someone would ever provide an argument strong enough to you that you would change your beliefs in Jesus? I doubt it. So then, what is the point? I just don't get it. To me, religion is nothing more than a bunch of fairy tales used to control people. That's just me. Nevertheless, regarding Islam is a disease, first thing is that if you really think it is irrelevant as to whether he is truly a former Muslim or not, then you are missing the boat, because if he is not, then his motive for slandering Islam and Muslims in general immediately comes into question. Right, I'm going to leave it for this bit. Join me for part 2.